In a small village surrounded by green fields, there lived a young boy named Ajay. He was 10 years old, curious, and full of dreams. However, he often struggled with his studies and lacked confidence in himself. Every morning, he would walk to school with his books in hand, but deep inside, he feared the lessons. No matter how hard he tried, he always found it difficult to keep up with the other students. One day, during class, Ajay hesitated to answer a question. His teacher, frustrated, crossed her arms and said, "Ajay, you will never do well in studies. Ask someone else for help." The whole class laughed at him. His friends whispered, "Ajay, you are so dumb. You will never achieve anything." Ajay lowered his head, feeling ashamed. His heart sank, and doubt filled his mind. That evening, Ajay returned home, his face dull with disappointment. His father noticed his sadness and asked, "What happened, my son?" Ajay sighed, "I'm not good at studies. Everyone says I will fail." His father smiled and took him outside. He pointed to a large rock and asked, "Can you lift this rock?" Ajay looked at it and shook his head. "No, it's too heavy." His father gently placed a hand on Ajay's shoulder and said, "How do you know if you haven't even tried?" Ajay hesitated, but then placed his hands on the rock and pushed with all his strength. The rock didn't move. He looked up at his father with disappointment. His father laughed and said, "That's okay. You may not have moved it today, but what if you try every day? What if you grow stronger with effort? The real failure is not trying." Ajay's eyes widened. It was the first time he saw failure in a different way. From that day on, Ajay decided to change. He woke up early, practiced his lessons, and read his books with full focus. His friends still laughed at him, but he ignored them. Every time he felt tired, he whispered to himself, "If I believe in myself, I can achieve anything." Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. His teachers started noticing the change. His handwriting improved, his answers became sharper, and his confidence grew stronger. Finally, the day of results arrived. The school's result board was crowded with students. Ajay stood nervously, his heart racing. Suddenly, a teacher announced, "Ajay has secured the first rank in the state." Everyone turned to look at him in shock. His classmates, who once mocked him, now stood in silence. Ajay's father hugged him with pride. His teachers patted his back and said, "You made us proud, Ajay." His friends, embarrassed, walked up to him and said, "Ajay, we were wrong. You are truly amazing." Ajay smiled. He knew now that belief and hard work could change anything. Later, Ajay stood on a big stage, giving a speech to hundreds of students. With confidence, he spoke into the microphone, "If you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything." The audience clapped. The words echoed in every heart. The screen fades out with the final words, "Belief plus hard work equals success." Moral of the story: never underestimate yourself. Hard work and belief can change your destiny. Failure is not the end. It is the beginning of success. This is the power of belief. If you truly believe, nothing is impossible.